Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to yet another episode of Rethinking Freedom. This is a really great episode. We're going to be talking about our kids and an incredible individual who is doing what some people might think is not possible because I am possible, right? And he'll tell us a little bit more about that. I am your host, Aya Fubaranelli. And here at Rethinking Freedom, it is not just a show. We thank all of you who listen to us every week and all of you who watch us on the YouTube channel and share. Of course, if you're watching right now, you need to like, you need to share, you need to subscribe so you always know when it is that we come on. But today we are going to be talking with the founder of an organization that is making a significant difference in our community. And that's no other than Vantonio Fraley. How are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well in yourself.
I am doing very well. It's good to see you. Thank you for the books that you gave me. I don't know. I'm sure you remember a few years ago, I came and got a whole bunch of books from you guys that we donated to a library all the way in Nigeria. So thank you for always looking out for our young people. So tell us a little bit more about what you do and this organization that you lead.
I'm a founder of a teen club. And when I say teen club, I want you to think of a boys and girls club where we provide a safe place for teens, but we also try to pour life lessons, skills, and give them real world experiences.
That is fantastic. And tell us the name of this organization.
So we're also trying to rewrite the English language. So there's this word, most people pronounce it impossible, but the word actually says I'm possible. And it's two meanings, it's a bunch of meanings behind the name, but more importantly, like I'm a follower of Jesus Christ. And when I started this journey, my pastor, I'm looking for myself, I'm searching for purpose. I'm just coming out of 5 links like, man, I could do this myself, trying to figure it out. And my pastor said, if you want to see how real God is, ask him to do something that's impossible. So then, like, at this time, I'm in my early 30s. This is year 15 for us. I'm in my early 30s.
Hold up. You're saying you're in your early 30s now, or you were in your early 30s when you started?
I was in my early 30s when I started.
Okay, y'all, this is exhibit 1 for exhibit A if you want for Black Don't Crack, because even though I have known you for quite some time, I still thought you were early 30s. My goodness, you look amazing.
I'm 45. Thank you.
My gosh. Okay.
And so, like, you know, in our early 30s, well, at least for me and my peers, we were trying to find ourselves religiously. Is the Bible real? Is this, is that? So I stumbled across this verse, Matthew 19:26. And it says, with man, things are impossible, but with God, all things are possible. So now, as I'm debating with my friends and they're telling me that J wasn't invented and all this stuff, I said, well, as smart as we are as man, and as many times as we wrote it, to describe something that can't be done, we pick this set of letters, impossible, to describe it. But God told me earlier in the Bible, I am that I am. But my school teacher told me I am is I. And I wasn't the best student or the sharpest. So I used to have to sound my words out. So it wasn't impossible to me, it was I'm possible. You know, and that's how the name came about from my pastor. I used to tell people I'm testing faith. If God told me he want abundant for me, then let me go give my abundantness. And like, man, I don't mean to ramble, but
oh, you are not rambling at all. You are preaching. Someone is catching what you are dropping right now. Yes.
When I started this journey, I was missing a tooth. I got confused for a bunch of things that I wasn't. And like, a little about myself, I'm not saying I'm the brightest or anything, But I've always fought to break stereotypes. I'm from California. There's certain ways I look, things like that, that I always accuse of things. So in breaking these stereotypes, I found myself right back in them. But I'm a kid that went to junior college, went to Middle Tennessee State University, Division I school, ran for Nike for 4 years. At one point, I was ranked 16th in the nation and ran in
Whoa.
the U.S. championships as a 100-meter and 200-meter runner. And I'm just a little guy from Killeen, Texas. When in high school, if you would have told me I could have been something, I would have made better life decisions. But I'm a pause on me, and the boys just walked in. Right now, we have 59 kids signed up in our online portal. We're working to get our bus back up. Right now, it's Football Friday, so I got
Yes.
some of my basketball players and some of my intellectual kids here. So I'm gonna give them the stage.
All right. So we get to hear from some of the youth.
Hey,
Hello, sir. How are you?
good. How about you?
I'm doing well. Please introduce yourself.
My name's Kavion Fraley, son of the owner. Um, I'm a basketball player. I go to Shoemaker High School. Um, AV honor student, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
Now, you probably don't remember me, but I remember you when you were much younger, really small. Yes. Hanging around with your pops. So tell me a little bit about this ImPossible Teen Club. Why are you a part of it? Besides the fact that, yes, your father founded it, because I'm a parent and I know sometimes just because a parent is excited or passionate about something doesn't mean that the child is as well. So, what why are you involved in this teen club and what are you getting out of it?
Um, Believe it or not, Dad wasn't forceful at all with me joining. Like Dad's really like cool with letting me have my own like decisions. But like, Impossible is just like I don't
Really?
know if I'm supposed to, but I take you guys on the tour.
You know what? Can you? If you can, go for it.
Yeah, a virtual tour. Yeah. All right, bet.
Okay, guys, this is what I love about our young people. We are being spontaneous and we are going to look around at what one individual who has the faith, and as we would say in the Christian church, the faith of a mustard seed, decided to create in our community for our young people. And as you heard earlier, there are at least 59 young people already engaged. And I'm sure after this, airs, all of you listening to this, that there will be even more young people. So if you're in the Killeen, Harker Heights, Corpus Cove, Belton area, you might want to check out ImPossible Teen Club. All right, so I'm going to pass it back to you, and you tell us what we're looking at. Oh my goodness, that's a major studio.
It's this, right?
Oh, sorry, we lost the mic. Oh. This is Darby, an amazing teacher. He teaches us everything: piano, drums, uh, guitar. Um, this is our cool table. You know, we got
Yes.
the if you guys can see on the table the little DJ thing. Um, yeah, such a vibe in here. But then we come in here, it's soundproof. It's awesome. We got you can see through here. We got the mic. You know, it's a cool little area.
You
Got
all
Bob
are
Marley in there.
serious.
Yeah, this is awesome. And then
I see
over
Bob
here,
Marley. Yes.
over here, we're gonna do like cooking classes. You can learn anything over here. Anything. We're gonna have people come over here teach you how to cook. We got all the seasonings, microwave. We got hot skillets. We got the oven. We got a cool space right here. We're gonna watch movies in here. We got a projector up here. We're gonna watch movies with the bean bags. We're gonna watch movies over here. This is also gonna be a little learning space. Like you guys don't see the vision yet, but we're gonna have like a stick and we're gonna show you guys the things on the wall off the projector. Cool little area. The bathroom's still getting fixed up. And yeah, got you guys.
This is beautiful.
Awesome over here. Love it here, guys. Oh, I'm gonna show you guys the garden. Don't let me forget.
So he's showing us around. For those of you who are on the radio who can't see, you're gonna have to go to our YouTube channel, Rethinking Freedom, on YouTube, so you can actually see the images. This is absolutely amazing.
Look at here, guys. Look, this is the entrance to the building. See, normally you would think this is it, right? It's not. Watch this.
He said, watch this.
The door shelf opens.
Oh my goodness.
Got ImPossible on the wall. I think it's inverted on your guys' part, but
No, we can see it properly. Yes.
we got a table over here. We got the cubbies and stuff like that. So if you're coming, you got to drop your stuff off real quick. And here's going to be a technology room. We're going to set up computers, PlayStations, gaming, everything in here. And here's the cleaning closet. I don't know if I'm going to show you guys that. So you guys can see it. There's just a whole bunch of cleaning supplies. Yeah.
Okay, this seems like a really cool hangout for teens.
Awesome.
For anybody, actually.
Yeah, we got a pool table, the air hockey. Y'all don't want to catch me in air hockey. I'm telling you.
You know what? I think I can take you in air hockey.
No, I don't think so.
My children will tell you I can talk a lot of smack.
Okay.
I try to back it up too.
You're in for a rude awakening.
A rude awakening, huh?
Yeah, this is our meeting room or
Okay.
study room. Kids can come in here and study. We have meetings for the for our executive team. And over here, you want to give them a tour? This is the kitchen.
Okay.
You guys inside the fridge.
Gotta have a kitchen. Yep.
Yeah. We don't got a lot of food, but it's coming soon.
The food is coming. And you know why it's gonna come? Also because the people listening and watching are going to want to get involved. And we'll tell you all how to get involved shortly.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, it's great. You got an outside exit over here. Before I show you guys the garden, I want to show you guys. Do you guys know who Oveta Culp Hobby is?
I do, but how about you tell our audience who she is?
Oveta Culp Hobby is one of the first females to be in the military. Here, I'm about to show you guys the sign. This is the home birthplace of Oveta Culp Hobby, the native daughter of Isaac W. Culp and Emma Hoover Culp. And she did a lot of things. She got a lot of our females involved. She made a library, and you know, she was a very impactful female in our nowadays. We don't see it often, but she has a very big impact on our society.
That is right. And she was born for those of you who don't know, she was born January 19th, 1905. And she lived a very long life. She lived until she was 90 years old. And she was the first director of the Women's Army Corps, a pioneer in government leadership. She was actually appointed by President Dwight Eisenhower as the first secretary of the Department of Health, Education, and Welfare. Established a business and had a publishing career and a lot of awards and honors. And do you know why you guys chose this location, or why she's of any importance to you?
We chose her because the same way she started for females and getting females out there, we want to start getting teenage out there, but for a positive reasons. Teenagers like nowadays, they're known for being rebellious, getting in the streets and doing a whole bunch of stuff that we shouldn't be. But we're trying to expand it to where teenagers are now seen as a positive thing, you know, a better way, a more expandful and educational way.
So just like she was a trailblazer for women, you are blazing a trail with your father's leadership for teens in our community. That's fantastic.
Yes, ma'am.
And so you said you were going to show us a garden?
Yes, ma'am.
Because now you're speaking my language. I mean, you've been speaking my language all along, but I am an avid gardener, and you all are gardening as well?
Yes, ma'am. I'm about to take you guys through there.
Okay.
Yeah. Some lady just put up. She was asking about Oveta Culp Hobby too. Okay, it's still in progress. We're still cutting down the tree, but this is gonna be another one of our tree buds. I think this is gonna be a peach tree, something like that.
Okay,
But
speak more into the mic.
this is over here. We're cutting some branches now, but
Okay.
this is gonna be a peach tree. Up here is a beautiful almond tree. It like you'll see almonds all on the floor because of the harvest and stuff. We pick them, but this is gonna be
Impressive.
a rose. I think it's gonna be a rose bush. I don't know. We
Okay.
gotta put labels on these still. But over here is where all the magic happens.
All the
So,
magic.
Uh, these are the green beans right here. Here, Ethan, come show them. Get in front of the camera. Show them. These are the green beans.
Okay.
uh, these are the cucumbers.
So you all are
These
growing
okra.
you all are growing food that you're actually eating.
Yeah. We're it's a source for the community, not just for teenagers, but it's a project for teenagers. This is
Okay.
for everybody. So we have access because nowadays everybody has parasite sitting and stuff like that. We're trying to get it involved and be able to have access to natural resources. All completely natural.
That is fantastic. So the teens are actually the ones working in the garden, but you allow members of the community to harvest as well?
Yes, ma'am.
This is
These are the
so beautiful to see. Yeah, what else do you have growing?
Oh, dang. I think we have cantaloupe right here. We
Okay.
just harvested them, but we had some very big cantaloupes. These are tomato trees. We just harvested this too. We don't got no tomatoes on here no more, or we shouldn't, because we just harvested. Over here, sooner or later, all these little flowers and stuff is gonna go all the way around here, and it's gonna look like a beautiful walkway.
Yes.
And over
That
here,
is gorgeous.
this is our circle of beauty, where all the like flowers and stuff. There's not fruit, but flowers.
Which
gonna
helps to
look
bring the
so beautiful when they
pollinators to
bloom.
your garden.
Yes, ma'am. We're also currently having a project where we're building a greenhouse for the plants and the butterflies and stuff like that. We're building benches.
Impressive.
You see? Yes,
So
awesome
who
right
does
here.
all the building of the things that the things that you guys are constructing? Who does that work?
Teenagers. Well, we could do it ourselves, but where's the fun in that, So, hold on. Let me flip the camera. We could do it ourselves, but where's the fun in that? We usually have events whenever we plan to do something. we have an event to set it up, and we have an event to do it. Like we're eventually gonna have this big space right here.
Yes.
This beautiful land. We're gonna
Yes.
we're thinking about setting up a stage where you could perform and have everybody watch, or be able to set up a big outside movie theater where you could come and set up a picnic and things of that nature. So like we host events to build the stuff, events for teenagers to come get involved and learn something new.
This is very impressive. This is very impressive. And so, how have the teens taken to all of these projects that you guys are working on? Are they pretty excited? Are they engaged? Tell me a little bit more.
They're engaged. A lot of teenagers don't get engaged that much from like normal events because it's adults telling you to do stuff. But whenever it's teenagers leading teenagers and having fun with it and being leaders and stuff like that, it's a lot easier to listen and have fun, things of that nature. So it's fun. Every event we have is always eventful, very fun, very lively.
Well, I have to tell you, of course, you did not know ahead of time that we would be interviewing you, and you are an incredible speaker. I love your energy. I love your confidence. Clearly, you are a leader, and whatever you are learning there, it is showing. And really excited to meet you. Excited that you gave us this tour. And really looking forward to hearing and seeing more of what you guys are doing. We have some events in the community that I'm going to be reaching out to all of y'all to see if you can come and share some of your skills. So you said you write lyrics, and Ephraim, you said, is a really great producer, huh?
Yes, ma'am. Oh,
So Ephraim, what kind of music do you like to produce?
the cameras. All right. Here's the mic.
I mainly do.
You gotta get in the camera.
Hold on. You go get a chair.
So for all of you watching and listening, hang on, because we're going to bring Vantonio back so he can tell us about other ideas that they have and how we can get involved. Yes, please go ahead, Ephraim.
Okay, but the music I mainly produce is slow beat and just like classic. So like 80s music, like the classic beat.
That is awesome. And how did you get into this? Just from listening to music yourself, or how did you get interested in this line of work?
Just by chilling and hang out.
Okay. You got exposed to it, and then you found out that you had a talent for it.
Also,
that is fantastic. So what would both of you, because I think that it's even more powerful when it comes from our young people, what will both of you want to say to our community? What kind of support do you need?
Okay, we both got different advice. My advice is, I love this saying. I like to say I came up with it for myself because I'm part of Dad, but it's really Dad's saying is you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. And I feel like that is so.
Wait, hold on. What do y'all young people say? Bars?
Yeah, something like that. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great.
Yes.
Let that marinate.
That is definitely a word for all of us. And Ephraim, what do you want to share?
Well, okay. My quote is just, we're here to help people out. Help people out and get them skill sets that can help them on later on in life.
Which is so important, because if we don't have skills, then it's really difficult to figure out that thing that's going to allow you to live the life that you want to and allow you to be a productive citizen. Well, I have thoroughly enjoyed talking to both of you. absolute delight. I cannot wait to visit. I cannot wait to hear some of the music. So I will be reaching out fairly soon. I know you all have some kind of like cooking class coming up, spaghetti or something like Italian class coming up.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, tell the people a little bit more about it.
Okay, so this is for teenagers, of course, but after teenage, after high school, most of us go to college, or all of us are entering adulthood. It's not easy, of course. Life is always financially a little hard when you're getting into it. And so we're learning how to do Italian cooking, because Italian is one of the cheapest styles of cooking. And so it's it's teaching you all the basic ingredients you need to know, like how to cook noodles and how to make different sauces, make the cheapest stuff taste gourmet. That's what we're aiming for. We're not looking for oodles and noodles. We're looking for Gordon Ramsay's, you know, something cheap. We spent $5 on it, but it's gonna taste like it's worth a million.
I hear you. I hear you on that. And you are absolutely right. Many of us mothers will tell you a packet of spaghetti and some marinara sauce, you can feed a whole bunch of people. Yes. Make
Yes,
it taste
ma'am.
good. Awesome. All right. So let's get your dad back on here so we can find out how we can all get involved.
All right. Yeah.
Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to both of you.
Pleasure talking to you too, man.
All right.
Man, these young people are making me just smile from ear to ear. You're doing an incredible job.
Thank you.
Definitely raising leaders. So, when did you said you started 15 years ago. What has the journey been like and what do you need from the community?
Um, Geez, that's an impactful question. Um, yes, 15 years ago. I, yeah. You want me to start? I could talk you all the way up to it.
Yes, go for
Okay.
it.
All right. So, are we on a time limit?
We've got about 25 minutes.
Okay. Cool. So, I moved my kids out here. Um, they were in California, and so I moved them out here 2010, 2011. I I wasn't in the best spot of my life, but I really wanted to be a dad, and I was discovering who I was in God as a man. So I figured if I'm gonna be a man for anybody, I'm gonna go back to my kid's mother and try to do it right. And we're there, and we're just trying to figure stuff out. And I'm just telling her like, man, I want to be a teacher, but at the time my background wouldn't let me get into KISD and coaching. So she was like, make something to teach. I said, oh, right. So I created a course over goal setting and overcoming adversity. And I was doing it in the parks. I was renting out places. I was in the middle schools here. I was in the middle schools in Austin for 3 months. Uh, Killeen High, a year and a half, CTC, 2 years with my curriculum. But I couldn't manage to, it's over goal setting in 6 weeks with the kid doesn't allow me to follow through with the goal, show them accountability. When they hit those rough patches, speak life into them. I couldn't do that within those windows. So over time, I just jumped out there and said, let me go after a facility. So then looking at rules of nonprofit world, going through with my first building, having TA there. My first building, 12,600 plus square feet. TA, because the building's so big, I need 17 employees. When I'm a volunteer myself, I need 17 employees to provide uh, a safe environment for those kids. And I couldn't do nothing but agree because my biggest fear wasn't the kids fighting. We had 12,600 plus square feet with 13 rooms. It's a lot of closed doors. I didn't want to know, hey, Mr. Van, we named somebody you inspired. Yeah, I didn't want
Yeah.
that story.
Yeah.
So, and just sacrificing, like learning words like fail, FAIL, first attempts in learning, and then that allowed me to learn what it takes to run a facility, SOPs, just the admin side. I just leave it at that. So it taught me that in a different way. And then like I'm only speaking words because I can't express to you how hard this journey was, like going through it in this time frame. But now being here, we got this building uh not last March, the March before last, 2 Marches ago. It's a historical landmark. It's been empty 8 years. It was all the plumbing was busted from the freeze. Floors wasn't there. Um, electric wiring like this studio. I'm not gonna say we built. Darby built the studio. Like
Wow.
Darby's been such a blessing. Like it took me a year to get the bottom alone. Darby came in and saw how his vision fit in. And I came up and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna build a studio. We had a meeting. They said, yeah, y'all need a studio. I come up here, Darby got it laid out. Next week he got the walls. So it's like it's just really been a blessing. And right now, um, I don't want to sound cliche. Like we need financial support. We're trying to keep it as cheap as possible for the kids. So we're just asking. We got to make about 2,500 a month. That covers rent, our main bills, and that allow all the kids access to our programs. But just as much as we need financial support, we need collaborations. And we're a 501c3, and I know you know about this world, so I'm speaking to the audience, and forgive me if you know if I'm just rambling, but as a 501c3, we're the same as the Boys and Girls Club, the YMCA, the NCAA. So in my mind, I see a whole lot of us doing great work in this community. So it doesn't make sense for us to sell ourselves short when some of the highest paying careers are in the nonprofit world, and we're doing this work as a community. But as great as my idea is, when I manage to get in front of the right people, it's always the same story. We love what you're doing. Who's the teacher? Me. Who's the janitor? Me. Who's the director? Me. Who's the security? Me. Who's maintenance? Me. So as much as the idea is grand, like, and then let me back up a little bit. Some of y'all might remember me going around to community seminars, sitting on panels, and saying things like, why do they keep saying there's no Black owners in our community? And unfortunately in America, they don't consider you an owner unless you're registered. So going through that process to get registered, and to be honest, y'all, like I understand how hard it is. So don't take this as I don't understand our everyday struggle. So transparency with me, I squatted in a house for 14 months, and in this 14 months, the people came to me and said, hey, we could pay you this much to get out, or we could do this, this, and this. So of course I was out and I got the check. So with that check, I started my 501c3 because it allowed myself to get back into this work society. I had tickets. I've been to jail over 17 times behind trying to get my license straight. So now my 501c3 allowed me to create a job, get invited to, now to call myself an executive. Even though I don't have no felonies, I have misdemeanors, it's still a record. You know, when I ran for city council, learning how this game is playing, not intending to win, but intending to find out how to navigate this system. You know, and I, please, people, forgive me if I say this wrong, but a system can't be racist. People could be racist. And what I mean by that is, long as I had that money, I could pay the system to become a 501c3 that made me like the Boys and Girls Club, that made me like, I repeated before. So now, and when I was in my network marketing stage, we learned an acronym called POUR, passing over opportunities repeatedly. So now I'm looking at it like, okay, if I have the opportunity as far as paperwork to grow as big as a Boys and Girls Club, then what am I really afraid of? And during this time, I'm missing a tooth, I'm boom. And I just remember my grandma used to always tell me, don't never fight nobody uglier than you are, because they don't know when to stop and they always want to leave marks on your face. And so I said, okay, if y'all gonna treat me like I'm the ugly kid, then I'm finna fight this world for everything I want. You already took it from me. I'm at my rock bottom. If I'm at my rock bottom, there's two things I'm gonna do. I've always been a fighter. If you know my background, you can take that how you want, but I've always been a fighter. So I just wanted to fight my way up. And then through this journey, understanding, like when I go talking to juvenile jails, when I go talking to schools, they always say, the kids always pay attention to you. They interact with you. Yeah, I've been where they are. I can speak their language. And I mean, man, glory to God, glory to Jesus. Like, man. And I'm saying that because, like, at my rock bottom, I prayed Solomon's prayer. You know, wisdom to lead my people. And praying for this wisdom, I found myself in jail a lot. And one time I was in jail and I'm praying to God, why? It's 8 years. It's 8 years. You know, I don't deserve to be treated like this. I got accused for assault on a police officer after I ran for city council. So now I'm looking at like, man, is this what's like? Yeah. So God told me, he said, remember when you asked for wisdom to lead your people? He said, see, the people I have for you to lead, you can't lead them if you can't relate to them. So now when I'm coming across these kids and I'm coming across these different parents and my peers, yeah, I know what it's like to be hungry. I know what it's like not to have no money to pay your bills. I know what it's like to be a single parent. You know, I understand that, and I'm fighting those same battles. You know, so just like from the community, we really need collaboration so we could grow this thing to be 100 years. But more important, so we can impact our kids, you know. And I think long as we focus on that, everything else will fall into place. We're in a historical building. Like we're preserving a historical landmark. We're preserving the history, not just the history of Texas. Like this woman served under Eisenhower as the first Secretary of Health, Education, and Welfare.
And most people in this area have never heard of her. Did not even know she was from Killeen.
So, man, let me brag on her a little bit, like, because I really fell in love with this. I thought she was black, but I fell in love. Her name is Oveta Culp Hobby.
She does have a black sounding kind of name.
but she's Indian, so she's mixed with a little bit of Indian.
Yes.
Well, there was a movie that came out on Netflix last year called The 688.
Yes.
And in that movie, there's a lady that said, I have a unit that can handle that.
Yes.
That white lady in that movie represented Oveta Culp Hobby. She's the reason why women have MOSs in the military. They were put there to serve as men before. So she fought for them to have MOSs. again, she served first Secretary of Health, Education, Welfare. Um, her and her husband started the Houston Post. She hired the first woman journalist, put her on a payroll. The Hobby Airport in Houston is named after her. There's a big hobby craft center in Houston, in on Fort Hood. CTC Library is named after her. I don't know if I said the elementary school on Fort Hood, but UMHB, University of Texas, and Texas A&M have buildings named after her. So just like, man,
And the fact that her home here in Killeen was going to just languish and just like you said, it had been empty 8 years, and now you guys are doing such significant work here. You know, when I hear you speak, and I know a little bit about your history, not everything, of course, nobody knows everybody completely, but what I've always seen in you, like you said, is this fight. And the part of your life that I've witnessed is this fight for our community, this fight for our young people, this fight to help young people who may have been where you were at one point, figure it out and to make better choices and to come alongside them. So for someone who's listening right now, who's saying, wait a second, okay, so they need $2,500 a month. How do we give? What are the different ways people can give, whether it's financially, which if you're listening, we need finances. So don't discount that because it's America. We need money to make things happen. But if there are also other ways that people can get involved, including parents who may not even know that this is, and grandparents, guardians who may not even know that this is a program that is available for their teens. How can people get involved?
Okay, don't let me get too far away from how people get involved. You know how I could get. First, I want to talk about the importance of your financial donation. So I want to talk about this system in America and finances, right? And the way this system is built is something, and the reason why 501c3 is in place is something called a tax write-off. So as we talk about financial literacy, generational wealth, we need to understand how that tax write-off plays in it. Now, in this role and us having this club, we could take your donations where you get that write-off, and it allows you to keep more of your profits as a business, even as a person. So now we're supporting our community while winning at the same time. It's a win-win.
It's a win-win.
If you really want to get nasty with this, and I probably shouldn't say it online, but I hope it's here forever. Like, if you have a small business, a local business, like, man, in an ideal situation, if you could do a minimum of an hour a month to come in and show our kids and teach them about your business, if like you take a 13-year-old, that hour a month, by the time he's 15, it pays off because now he can work summers for you. As he grows, he boom. And if he doesn't go to college, then you have somebody that can help your business keep going. So now when you get that older age, your business doesn't disappear. And now when they say we don't own nothing, we rebuild it, especially in a city like Killeen, where we don't have industry.
Can I interject real quickly? And we only have about 13 minutes left, but I think the point you made is so important, particularly for those of us in the Black community, because we are living in a country now where Trump and his administration seem to want to close all the doors of opportunities for Black and brown and poor people, that white people who are poor, that includes you as well, to advance. But what we used to do before desegregation was just what you're talking about. We invested back into our own youth. We invested back into our own community. We brought young people along as apprentices, and we taught them trades so that they could be successful people, productive people in the community. So what you just shared right now is gold. So again, any business owners out there, listen up. Yes.
It goes a little deeper. So the most important, like if you go to a Fortune 500 company or just any part of business, the most expensive part of that business is training and hiring people.
Yes, it is.
So now we get to take that same idea of training people. And if you want, you could donate to support your own program under our 501c3. Like if you were signing up for AAU and you got their option to use their nonprofit status. So now, as you're putting time in and spending your money on those resources, you can use them for those write-offs and get them back while training employees. But then when we get grants and different things or different fundraisers for that program, it helps you continue the programs, keeps feeding into the system. Keep feeding into the kids to allow our community to grow to where even when these kids leave here, we could at least put them in a job if nobody else can in our own companies.
So for that person listening now who says I can do $50 a month, so for someone who says I can write you a $2,500 check right now, this is actually a great time to be having this conversation because people are looking at their books for the end of the year 2025 and trying to figure out where they want to make donations. How do they contact you? How do they make donations to the teen club?
So all donations, everything runs through our website, IPSCTX.org. That's Igloo, Paul, Sam, Cat, Tom, X-ray.org. And if you have a phone that has an app store, we have an app that's ImPossible Nation. That's not impossible, even though it's spelled the same way. It's ImPossible Nation in every app store. And once you log into the app, there's a donate tab right there where you could choose monthly donations, you could choose one-time donations, or you could put a custom amount in as well.
That is fantastic. So I see you are totally up on all the technology. So again, we are looking for people who will go to IPSCTX.org and make a donation because listen, it's so easy for us to complain about what's happening in our community and just be keyboard warriors, but not do anything. It's so easy to complain about our young people and say what our teens are not doing. But what I always say to people is, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And so what are you doing to be part of the solution? And so I know there are many people who say, I don't really have the time, I'm working hard, or I have my own kids or something of that nature. Well, you can write a check, but you can also come and volunteer some time. Our young people need to see us and know that we care about them. And you can definitely spread the word and invite more young people also to be a part of this program. And when you hear about grants that you think this organization could benefit from, reach out. So what's a good way for people to contact you? Just through the website, or is there an email address if people wanted to reach out to you?
So I have an assistant, and her email address is ASST.director. I don't know if that's the right abbreviation. So ASST.director@IPSCTX.org. Her name is Ebony.
And what we're going to do for all of you is all of this information he's given, we will include that in the description on our YouTube channel. So you can just go there and click on the link and it'll take you directly to where you are. So in case you're listening to this while you're driving, we don't want you to crash your car. Just know you can come back to the YouTube channel, go to the description, and you'll be able to access that information.
Yes.
So what are some of your future plans? I know that the young men did an incredible job of showing us around. If you want to take maybe about 3 or so minutes and just tell us a little bit about some of the things that you have in the works for our young people. And then maybe if we can bring Darby in as well to say hello to the folk.
I'm on 2% battery.
Oh, you're on 2% battery?
Yeah. Can you tell me?
Well, we only have a
I
few
think
minutes
Darby.
left, so let's
Okay.
let's hope it stays.
Um. Um. What did you ask me again? I'm sorry.
So, what are some of the things you have coming up
Oh,
for the young
so
people?
look. We do have our karaoke night coming up. Tomorrow we have a live music night going on. We have 9-year-old Mara. She's a Filipino singer. We have Luther. He's a guitarist. I'm sorry, Luther. I'm forgetting your last name right now. September 20th, we're having our Italian cooking class. And yeah, one thing I want the community to look at, like the reason why it's important for us to collaborate together is to show our kids what it looks like for us to work together. And we have a unique opportunity right now. You know, technically when a nonprofit closes, it can't sell its hold on. Is there a plug over there? Look on that side. They can't sell their they can't sell their here you go.
Their assets?
Can't sell their assets. So the reason why I'm saying that is KISD talk about these schools getting ready to go up. Now if we come together, that's really enough room for all our programs, the sports in plus. But it takes us coming together because we have to have a structure and everything else will fall into place. So I really want the community to look at that. Like, now we're not asking nobody to save our kids no more. We're trying to use this system to work for us. If we got to live under it, let's use it to work for us. If the Boys and Girls Club in Killeen is talking about they're about to lose this funding, well, go ahead and lose that funding. We here as a community to take and cater to our kids.
Yes.
And we need everybody. So these are unique opportunities in our community coming up. And I don't want to say that like I have anything against KISD. That's part of why I cater to the age group because I'm trying to fill in gaps.
Yeah.
Where
So, yeah, tell us what the age group is that you cater to.
we cater to 13 through 18. Now,
Okay.
and the reason for that is when you say youth, I learned this when I ran for city council. When you say youth, technically you're talking about 12 and under. And a lot of cities don't support their adolescents because of puberty. And
Mm,
get caught up when they say you think it's 18 and under, and that's how they slip a lot of things past us. And we wonder why nothing's there for our teenagers. When they're in that puberty stage, it's a lot of accountability. The insurance is high because of puberty and no 18-year-old clubs. Insurance is high. It's the same thing. So coming together to make this structure so we could really set something unique in place and then take advantage of the time we're in the world, take advantage of being in this great city of Killeen. The reason why I say it's so great because we get to mold this city. We can't mold Baltimore. We can't mold Oakland, but we can mold Killeen. And you know what's even more important about Killeen? It's the biggest distribution system in the world, thanks to the military base. So using it and looking at it like that, and you know what people love more than kids? Military. You know what people love more than military? Military kids. We're the largest military base, so we got all of them. We have, I don't know if he showed y'all, we have a 15 passenger bus. So when Jerry Jones is talking about military week and all that, it ain't no reason why our kids don't need to be front row in that Dallas Cowboys stadium. Anybody mentioning military, there ain't no reason why they shouldn't be pouring in funding to us.
hmm.
The largest military base in the nation.
This is true. This is true. So, as we wrap up our time together, you and your son have dropped so many gems for us, and I just feel like we need to repeat some of them. So, you were talking in passing, and you brought up POUR.
Yeah.
What does POUR stand for again?
Passing over opportunities repeatedly. And how I teach my son is like, hey, bro, you see that girl you like? Pass up the opportunity not to call her. Pass up the opportunity not to open the door to take her out. See what she do to you. You pass over the opportunity repeatedly, okay. You won't have a good relationship, it'll lead you to a poor one. Just speaking from experience.
So looking at all aspects of our lives and how we see opportunities, but we pass over them for any variety of reasons. Okay, something else your son said, and he said he learned this from you. I'm going to start it. He said, you don't need to be great
to start. You don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great.
All right. And then I feel like there was one, oh, of course, going back to the genesis of it all, the name of the teen club.
It's not impossible, it's I'm possible. Impossible is not a real word. And if you're having trouble with it, go back and ask God. He told you I am that I am. So you put him in it, it's easy to see.
To all our viewers, I hope you are as inspired as I am, first of all, just with the vision and passion of one man who, having fought through his own things, decided, I'm not just going to be a statistic. Did you hear him say, I want to be a dad? If I'm going to start with my children. Black fathers get a bad rap all the time, but he is investing not just in his children, but also in our community. And he is asking us to put our arms around these young people, to collaborate with him to make a difference. Vantonio Fraley, you are truly great on purpose. Thank you so much for joining us on Rethinking Freedom.
And I'm gonna leave y'all with something to think about. So the name is Be Great on Purpose, right? So the question is, why be average? You go figure out what you consider average. But I'm here to tell you, be great on purpose.
Be great on purpose. Thank you all for watching. Please contact them. Please make a donation. Please make a difference. Our young people are counting on us. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you. Love you. I am proud of you because I see the it girls and what you're doing too.
Hey, we listen. We keep saying the youth are our future. We better act like it.
There was a guy named Babysitter that said, take care of the kids because one day they're going to take care of you.
You ain't never lied. That is absolutely true. Young man, you are amazing. I can't wait to meet you really soon.
Wait to meet you either.
All right. Y'all have a great one. Thank you.
Bye-bye.